What up? UberDude Brent here. Caca. Well, I did my first day doing Uber. It actually wasn't that bad. Definitely not the money that I'll say. I'm not gonna say it wasn't the money I expected. Definitely okay. I only spent $20 in fuel. I'm gonna have exactly the same amount of fuel that I had when I started my trips this morning. I've driven about 140 miles, and I've averaged about 21 miles a gallon in my monster, the van here. Everybody's loved the ride. I've gotten many compliments on how clean it was and how spacious it was and how comfortable it was to ride in. So definitely think this would be a great vehicle to do Uber in. I have a 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. I don't know what. Oh, there he's going Jack in the Box. So I am heading home right now. I've already, just in the time that I've done Uber, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about some of the things that I witnessed already just doing this. I definitely have not taken any drunk people home or anything. I'm sure the stories would go much crazier after that, and I apologize. I am driving right now, so it's gonna wiggle a little bit just because my the mount that it's sitting on is just not gonna stay stable. So, but basically, it was a pretty productive day. I made about $130 minus the 20 in fuel. I made $110 today, and I really only worked about 4 hours, to be honest. I'd say really worked 4 hours. There were a couple of stops that I had today that were more or less, I stopped at a Popeyes, and it took them, I was there for about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, waiting for them to pick the order up. I had the customer contacting me and was like, hey, I ordered my food like 40 minutes ago. Is it ready? I go, ma'am, I'm sorry, they're working incredibly slow here at this Popeyes. I filed a complaint. This woman waited 45 minutes for her food, and I got there as soon as I could. The food wasn't even ready. They boxed it up when I got to the front desk, and then next thing I know, I take it to her house, I drop it off, and everything's good. And then she calls me. She's like, "Hi, are you my Uber driver?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am, I am." And she's like, "My order is completely wrong." I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that happened." She goes, "What can I do?" I go, "Well, it's my first day, so I apologize for not having the most accurate information, but from what I've been able to deduce, basically, and how I've handled my orders that were wrong. Usually you can request a refund, and the Popeyes will give you a refund, or you'll tell them that the order was incorrect, and that's it. They'll basically give you a refund, and you can file a complaint against the Popeyes, because I filed 3 complaints, long wait times, unprofessional staff. There was a line of people out the door. It's raining, and they were just taking their sweet time getting orders. It's like, I guess the drive-thru was more important than the people standing in the lobby. Most of the people that were there looked like they were on their lunch break, so they probably didn't have a lot of time. So I just felt for them, and of course I'm just trying to get this shit delivered so I can get to my next pickup or person or food pickup, because I do Uber Eats and I've done Uber today. So I'm just trying to make it, just trying to get some money, a little bit of money on the side here while my truck's broken down. I called them today. The update they had was, we weren't able to look at it today because it's raining. I'm like, oh my god. Well, it's not supposed to rain tomorrow, so hopefully everything works out with that, and I don't have to worry about that as much. The not being able to look at it because it's raining. Of course, it's parked out in the lot. It's not like there's carports everywhere. It's a truck repair shop. They don't have all. I'm not storing it at a place that's got covered parking, and it's parked. There's a bay for every truck that's there. No, like I think I had like one of the last spots when they backed my truck into the spot. It was like the last one. So yeah, that was about the extent of that. So they weren't able to look at it today. What sucks is the guys at my job called me for an update, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I guess they have their number, but they wanted me to call to check on it. I'm like trying to take a nap with my wife. Obviously, I should probably be on top of it anyways, because that's where I'm going to make most of my money right there. You know what I mean? Doing truck driving. That's, you know, I usually make anywhere from $200 to $300 a day or more. You know, most of the time. That's pretty much the going rate that I get on average, just based on the loads that I get. So, you know, just based on the mileage and how much they're paying. Of course, I get 30% of gross. So I'm hoping everything comes through well and you guys can hear me, because I am driving and it's far away, and usually I'm in my truck and I'm sitting right in front of it, and the windshield's like right there, and the sound's just bouncing off the windshield. But yeah, so far it wasn't bad. I was a little nervous, kind of nervous, doing it, because, you know, it's my first time doing this, and it's new to me, and I just got a little bit of anxiety. But after the first couple trips, you know, I took some kids to school this morning. I say kid. Am I supposed to take kids to school? I don't know. I don't know all the nuances of everything going through, you know, with Uber. But I took some kids to their high school this morning, so they might have been 18. I don't know. I'm not sitting here asking for ID or anything. Took mom and her child to school, took them to school and brought her back, and picked up a bunch of food orders today. I kind of dig the food orders, man, because, you know, I feel like when I have somebody in the car, I have to drive extra careful. When I got food in the car, I can kind of just, like, they want their food now. They don't want to wait. So, you know, I can kind of go 5 or so over the speed limit, you know, traffic willing. But I made about $130 today. And what's nice is I went home at lunchtime. I ate lunch with my wife. I helped put the babies down. And then I was able to take a nap with her. We took a nap. Took like a 2-hour nap after we ate. And then, oh shit. And then, sorry, there's somebody broke down in the street right here. I guess they got into an accident, or something's happening. I don't know what's going on. But we were able to take a nap, and then I saw that Uber was popping at like 3 o'clock, and I woke the boys up. I let my wife sleep in a little bit, and then I went back out at about 4:30, and I made another $30. You know, I've been out, so, you know, not the greatest pay. It was hot when I started, you know, and I'm not really trying to go all over town right now because it's getting late. The Astros game's fixing to start, I think. So, I'm sure food orders are about to pick up like crazy, but, you know, wife's cooking dinner, and I'm thinking about, since I know they're not even going to look at the truck till tomorrow, they haven't even diagnosed it yet. I'm going to have all day tomorrow to Uber too. So I made about $130, spent $20 in fuel. I'm going to have the same amount of fuel that I had whenever I started. So effectively I made $110 today. So I'm not dipping into the money that I made before I came home. So that's good. It's something that's going to help keep us coasting until the truck gets back up and running. Because I don't think I'm getting paid while the truck's down. I'm not getting any kind of layover or breakdown pay. It's just going to be in the shop until it gets out of the shop. So I should probably make my way that way soon to get the food that I have stored in there out. Of course, it's all non-refrigerated food. It's just stuff that is in cans or whatever, and it's just kind of sitting on the floorboard there because I wasn't able to put anything away. I went up there Sunday to drop my stuff off, and then I was gonna sort it all when I got to my pickup, because usually in Houston it takes them a while to get things situated and to get me loaded. So I was like, I was just gonna use that time to get everything put away and in its right spots. So I know it's getting dark, and the camera's decent. It's got great nighttime camera, but with it shaking the way that it is, hopefully it's not too disorienting. If you guys are watching me on the TV or something, it might be a little disorienting, but I told y'all I would keep y'all up. Well, I told somebody in the comment section that I would keep them up to date. I was going to take y'all along for my Uber. But first day was not bad. I think it was really nice. A little more talkative people near the end of the day. You know, the mom, I took a mom to the elementary school to pick her kid up. Of course, I'm sitting in line with her waiting to get the kid, because, you know, they're not just going to bring the kids out. It's raining and stuff. And it's real safe. They do it real safe-wise down here. So, we're in a line and we're just, like a snake, just going through the parking lot, waiting for our turn to go pick the kid up. So, picked him up and went straight back to drop her off at her house, and then got a Chick-fil-A order just now, just dropped that off. And now I asked my wife, I'm like, hey, what time do you think I should come back? Because I was willing to keep running. I could have kept running. I told her I wanted to try to make at least 150 before I went home. And we made 130, so not too bad. And then, of course, all the trips that I've done, I know that there are times where I'll open the app up days later and I'll forget that I didn't tip the driver. And I like to tip the drivers when I take Uber, because my trips don't usually, I'm sure the fare doesn't pay that much, because they're just taking me from the Loves to my house, which is about 2 to 4 miles away. So when I open the app, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't tip this guy. I'll tip them then, and they're like, oh, and, it comes in like, I was at home, I woke up and I had another like $15 in tips that they forgot to send when they got into the order. Even the lady that got her order wrong, I guess when she called me, I was very nice and polite and professional when she talked to me, and I guess she felt like, it wasn't my fault, and I gave her the instructions on what to do next to be able to solve her problem with her order. And I guess she got her refund, so she threw some money at me for the refund. She got food for free. Although she told me she got like 3 things of red beans and rice, and she doesn't even eat that. So I'm hoping that food got ate at least. I hope she didn't toss it. But maybe somebody in her house was able to eat it. But yeah, the people out here they just don't want to sit at these lights. They're just pulling out. But I'm used to it. I'm a truck driver, so oh my God. Oh, there is a freaking. Oh man, I completely forgot about it. I'm on the exact road that I need to be on, because wife wants me to stop by the Kroger, pick up some Diet Dr. Peppers for dinner. She's making chicken. It's gonna be delicious. I can't wait. Home cooked meal. I came home for lunch. I can come home whenever I want. I'm not like, oh my, I don't know where I'm gonna stop to get food or whatever. No, I come home, I eat food, and then if it starts dying down, I leave. I go back home. It's definitely not trucker money for sure, but it is something until my truck is fixed. So for those of y'all that thought that I quit, no, I'm waiting for the truck to get fixed. And while I'm waiting, I'm doing Uber. So hell, if I can knock out 40 trips, I think I did 11 or 12 trips today. And I've looked at some of the more hotspot times. I think like midnight to 3 in the morning is where they give you more points per trip. But of course there aren't as many people taking rides at that time. So and when it gets later, I try to take the shorter trips. I know my rating goes down a little bit because I deny a lot of trips. Just because I don't want to be driving all freaking night. So, yeah, y'all gotta slow down. I don't know why y'all are speeding it off and like y'all just so in a hurry to get at the next fucking stoplight. People are so impatient. Like, give it a rest. You're gonna get there. Not if you get in an accident though. Dumbasses. Anyways, there's my day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Remember, just ladies, I hate it fucking ready to take care. I'll see y'all another time.